Hello, and welcome to a review of our dating story, the inexperienced you and the inexperienced me. I do apologize for the condition that is out there because it's so freaking cold to a point where the lighting and the shading is a little off back. But it doesn't change the reality I'm going to be talking about this show. Now, this is covering two episodes, both 7 and 8, because I didn't get a chance to cover it last week because of Anime NYC. And because of that, I had to make sure that I'm following that I'm catching up on these reviews as much as possible, especially with the 100 girlfriends and all that stuff. Now, our dating story, the inexperienced you and the experienced you and the inexperienced me. We know with Runa and Ryuuto's relationship, it's been on the rise. This is just your basic romance anime, and covering these two episodes. Sorry, covering these two. Sorry. And covering these two episodes, it does bring out the love for these two, keeping it in a simple relationship. So, without further ado, let's get right to it with the reviews of our dating story, episodes 7 and 8, because I'm gonna bring this down a bit. So, Runa's and Ryuuto's relationship in both these episodes have been generally increasing to the point where they might have sex at the end. Them going to festivals, them working at a summer job, they've been working a lot. And their relationship has been increasingly good, especially with Runa. I think in this relationship, Runa has developed more in a relationship than this because with her experience, it kind of breaks down because we're now seeing the relationship that Runa is now finally experiencing. Because again, if you look back on all the relationships, she never had a relationship. Like she never had a relationship. This is more like, with Ryuuto, is more different. She's now taking things slow. She's now being open. She's now expressing her feelings towards Ryuuto. Everything is now in the works. Ryuuto, he's now developing as well. His development towards Runa, his likes about Runa, not dumping her, being open to telling the truth, staying with her, all those things. And that's what makes Ryuuto's kind of a special guy. Like, he's really, really care about her wants and needs first, and then his life second. That's what he does. And they got some cool moments of them when they're on the Ferris wheel, them holding hands, he helping her out when she's working, when they had that summer work thing at the beach house, especially when they were kissing at the fireworks festival. And Runa's expression says a lot, and that's that. But on the other side of us, you got Maria, Runa's sister, who's still trying to get close to Ryuuto. But I do believe that Ryuuto will find a way to get Maria and Runa talking to each other. Because again, Runa's twin sister does not like her. She's jealous. I think he's gonna work out a plan to get these two talking. Like, they can't stay argue, like they can't stay like this forever. They gotta come clean. They gotta tell the truth. You know what I mean? This is very hard for us. It's like, yeah, I'm going out with you, but I'm going out with the sister, and they got a little jealousy going on here. Now, okay, so going forward with this episode, especially that moment where they did the Sabaju thing, the survival game club thing, I do like Runa and her friends wearing those, going to the shooting range and just doing the 3v3 matches. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't done that. I wish I'd done that, but I haven't done that. I mean, that's on my bucket list to go to a shooting range like that. But you see what Ryuuto will take a bullet for. This is one of those relationships where a guy will take a bullet for the girl. That's what that was. So, Ryuuto, he took a bullet for Runa. And it was great. I mean, they're showing you it's saying like he will give his heart, his soul to Runa, and that's what that shooting was. I mean, like it was really intense shooting. Now, I do like. The thing about this show overall is that they're showing the polar opposites. A nerdy guy and a straight up gal. And you got one girl who talks doesn't have a trait like a huge talk about, but she has friends like Nicole and all that, and her friends, and they all talk about who they into, and that's that. And then you got the guys, and you got Ryuuto and his guys talking about guns and the gaming. It's so. This is the lesson. The lesson is nerds like him in anime can get the hottest girl, and we have seen shows where a plain guy who may not have a lot of traits, but also can also score the hottest girl in class. That's what this show is. And looking at these 2 episodes, I see it there. I see it. Now, again, covering these 2 episodes, it does show that Maria is still in the dark. She still have this grudge against Runa, and Ryuuto is trying to get her to talk to Runa, and Runa's trying to get her. So when they have the sports committee, though, Maria wants to, and now Runa wants to. So this is Ryuuto's and Runa's plan to get Maria into the conversation as to talk as sisters and get along. That's what the plan is. Again, next week is the sports festival, so I'll see. Now, overall, covering these 2 episodes, I'm saying this. This is one of those. This is the run-of-the-mill, basic anime, basic romance. I mean, it's not a rom-com. It's not, because I like rom-coms. Looking at this, it's not a particular high-pitched rom-com. This is a show for those who's like, if you've been in his shoes and you have not, it's been in your shoes and you haven't experienced talking to a hottest girl in school. That's what it is. I mean, this is like, you don't have an experience, but they do. It's like, who's a virgin, who's not. But my point is, looking at these 2 episodes, I see the level of the development getting there. They will have it, like I said, in the first episode, they will have a few bumps and cracks along the road. And we've seen that. So in this case, given the fact that Runa's relationship is getting there, it's safe to say that their relationship will be intact to a point where it's normal relationship. It's not as pitch, but it's nice. It's your simple, clean romance anime, and I can see why not everybody's into this show as much as it is. I mean, the only thing you're into is if you see them in the fan service of the swimsuits episode, but that's here and there. But like all romance animes, there will be a beach episode, and there's always a sports committee episode, the sports event. So yeah, next week is gonna be the sports committee episode. Where they do all the events. So truth be told, it's gonna be okay. So anyway, these last 2 episodes, I'll say a 5 out of 10 because it's really basic. It really is your basic romance anime. That's what it is. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.